All right, we're on. Okay, so little recap here where we're at. We've you've just come from this town, Midton, that you've got reports that was destroyed by a giant monster, and then you come to investigate, and yeah, lo and behold, it looks like it was destroyed by a giant monster. And you decided to take whatever the survivors and refugees that were in this area, you and your polar bear friend and your half-orc druid friend, and you're making your way to this city, this human city, Lorandia, where
Oh yeah, we were on boats and stuff.
yeah, you
Like
made
the
some
crafts.
yeah, you made some rafts and stuff, yeah.
Nice.
And you make your way here, and the I'm not going to bother with any encounter rules. No one's going to mess with a big group and a polar bear, and so yeah, you make your way out here to the city. But the druid and the polar bear, just like when they were with you with the making your way to the dwarf city, they're going to hang out and not go into the city. But you make your way there. Now, as you're making your way into the city, the gates are open. People are coming in. You see, like it looks like the city is under like red alert, right? People are bringing food in, hurriedly bringing food into the city. There's a field where people are mustering and training, getting ready, and you see people lots of hammering. You hear lots of hammering as people are the smiths are in full gear, getting weapons and stuff ready. And yeah, and a lot of people milling about in getting ready for either war or to go under siege or both. So what are you guys doing?
I think maybe we want to find a leader of the area and try and see if we can find a place for these refugees.
Our ultimate goal is still get to Fazel, right? Because that's where we're assuming that the next attack's going to be.
Yeah, but after seeing this Remoras in action, I don't know that we have a snowball's chance in hell of doing anything to it.
Depends
You
on
have a
what
very
layer of
valid
hell.
point.
Sorry.
Well, actually, there's layers that you see.
Well, we ain't going anywhere near Krampus's kingdom, so probably one of the hot ones.
Well, your presence in the city doesn't go unnoticed, and it's not long before official royal couriers are coming out to you and asking you to please the king's having audience, and he's heard you're here and he'd like you to come.
Sounds good.
Works for me. Let's head out.
I second that.
All right,
Yep.
so you make your way to the castle, and also the castle very similar within the walls of the city are very similar situation. They're getting the fences of the castles ready, getting oiled stuff, stocked, and getting ready for a long bad time. And in the throne room, you see this guy sitting on the throne. Put him right here. Beep. Right here in the city. And he's surrounded by a cadre of nobles, and they're telling him what to do, and some are disagreeing, and some are kind of like they start yelling at each other, and there's a lot. It's a mess. The doors, when the doors open, you're brought in and you're announced. How and the courier's going to ask you like how do I announce you? And he just kind of points at you first, August.
You know, I'm August. Of Jujon. I'm here.
Announcing August, and then he points to you, Castiel.
Thanks.
I tell him, Cassiel, grandson of Pelor.
Grand
Kind of,
Castiel, grandson of Pelor. He looks at you, Mary.
Mary Maker, envoy of Saint Nicholas.
Mary
I like how all of
Maker,
us got progressively
envoy of
fancier.
Saint Nicholas. What was that?
I like how all of us got progressively fancier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're just like
I'm like,
August.
yeah, I'm August.
August.
And we got Castile with some extra exposition, and Marymaker with her full formal introduction.
We are speaking to a king.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, so yeah, he waves you and welcome, welcome. I've heard I've heard stories about you and your deeds across the ocean and what you've done here so far in this realm. Um, as you can see, we're in quite of a fix, and yeah, I'm looking for any options. And then like when Noble is like, Your Majesty, your option is to marry the Queen, then all this threat goes away. It's like, yeah, yeah, you keep saying that, but I'm not ready to do that right now. Please, you should really put your feelings aside. Yes, I know you're mourning your wife, and I understand, but your kingdom is at stake here. So the nobles start shouting again over each other. No, no, marry the queen, and we fight, fight, and yeah. So they start kind of going back and forth, and the king just kind of puts his hands in his head and just like, y'all want to do anything?
By chance, King, may we talk to you privately?
Yeah, yeah. Please, please, gentlemen. He like points. He's like waving over his nobles. Please continue your discussions. I am hungry. I'll be back. Your Majesty, you can't. And like, he just waves him and he leads you back, and he takes
He
you,
is leaving.
and he takes you like back to his his royal chambers where he's got some servants are bringing out food. And he just kind of sits down and he actually just pushes the food aside. He's like, oh god.
So, what is it that you want? Do you wish? Well, it's obvious that you don't wish to marry.
Yeah, I mean, that's not my wish. I don't want to marry right now. I'm still mourning. Maybe one day, but no. I mean, but maybe I have to. I don't know.
Your
Gotcha.
Majesty, I can virtually guarantee you that should you quit marry Queen Nyladale, you probably will not live to see your second honeymoon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's something I've considered and I've thought of.
Hmm.
So
Do you
you
know
can,
the threat that faces your kingdom?
Well, some
The entity that destroyed your town to the east.
I don't know what it is. I've heard reports that it's some sort of snow worm of some sort,
Hmm.
gargantuan
Definitely
in
subterranean.
gargantuan in size.
Your
Are
I,
Majesty,
we even for sure she's the one who sent it? Maybe it's just a monster, roaming
the
by.
name of your enemy is Remoraz,
my colleague
Oh,
Mary is quite knowledgeable.
oh, those I have heard of. Oh man,
and
but it's probably just a baby Wormore has, right? I mean, they're not like full grown.
yeah, absolutely. Uh-huh. This one's just a baby. That being said, it still destroyed your town. Um, it is being controlled by the Queen of Nyladale. Uh, when she was an adventurer, she found a ancient artifact that controls this beast. Um, and so she does have control of it. It's not just occurring randomly.
Then doesn't matter how many soldiers I put out there with this thing.
Yeah, they're all going to be toys to it, practically.
So then, unless I want to see another town destroyed, I guess my only option is to marry. So and he kind of looks at you and laughs and Mary. No,
Well, it'd be the easiest option, but you're cutting your own life short, and the lives of your citizens and your assets would probably go into her claim if you were to pass for any particular reason. Um,
The Queen of
now,
Nyladale is not a queen who is known to be merciful to her subjects.
well then I my only other then we have to find a way to fight then.
mhm.
Now I've sent emissaries up to Ilnasdale to speak with King Siren. I understand he's got his own reasons to be distrustful and resentful of Queen Nilo. I've also sent emissaries to Gallandale to consult with Queen Peleus. I have not heard back from them yet. What I heard you just been with the gnomes and the dwarves. What are they going to do? They live underground, so wouldn't they be the biggest threat? Be the biggest threatened thing by it?
Not if it's being controlled to avoid them. Uh, it's hard to know. I'm not very knowledgeable on what drives noble people to do such things. However, I am under the assumption that her end goal is to gain territory, and through means of your marriage and succession of assets and so on. Now, Minton has fallen. This is confirmed. Gallatin, I believe, will not get struck. It's a port town, and that's an asset. It gives them southern access to the seas, and that's a trade route that they can take advantage of if they were to claim that asset. Fazel, I believe, is likely the next target. This is just an assumption for right now. I have no first-hand proof.
Okay. I mean that makes sense, right? Why destroy something so valuable when you can destroy something else and still make a point? I get that. So how do we protect it then? What do we do? Send an army? I don't think that's going to help.
This thing loves moving terrestrially. I don't know what type of materials it can permeate. Like, can it chew through stone? Current hypothesis I have is that if we throw down big metal rods into the ground, depth is still to be determined, diameter is still to be determined. The creature will surface because it wants to get around it into its objective. So once it's surfaced, we could lay a trap, maybe funnel it one way or another, and physically pin it. Hard to say, but I just started thinking about this.
Your Majesty, I assume that you have a library, yes? You have wizards, you have clerics, you have men and women and others of knowledge.
I mean, I don't have like any archmages at my disposal.
No, I'm just saying know your enemy is a trope for a reason. We can certainly afford to direct your wise men and women to research to learn as much as they can about the Remoras. It's not an unknown, it's just uncommon. We can find out resistances, weaknesses, will plans like August's work.
That's it's a good idea.
That's a wise
I'll
decision.
have I'll have my scribes get on that right away.
Good recommendation.
Now, a thought had just occurred to me as you were telling me about Fazil here, August. What if we could evacuate the town and go and they go into Gallandale? Like if the Queen of Gallandale is okay with that, then they're not likely. Queen Nilo isn't likely to send her beast into her territory. I mean, maybe they destroy the buildings, but we could rebuild those as long as we keep the people, safe. Most of them.
It's true. It's an assumption, but it's got merit. A
Do you
queen
have
wouldn't want to mess with
access
other queens.
to large
Continue,
numbers?
Mary.
Do you have access to a large amount of explosives?
Hmm?
I mean, I have oil.
I'm just saying we evacuate the town and we fill it full of things that go boom, and then when the Remoras goes to attack, we may not kill it, but we'll at least get our point across.
We need to find a way to trigger it.
That's
It
not
shouldn't be too
hard.
hard. Yeah.
Well, I think we can approach we can approach both ends there. Get the town ready. Try to get the people ready. I don't want to send them into that kingdom into Gallendale without the queen's okay, because who knows if, she's on her who knows what side she's on right now. And then like Castiel, that elf friend of yours, you took his name down, right?
Yes,
What was his name? I keep, I thought you were I thought you said he took it down.
I did. I gotta pull up the
Oh,
notes.
see if I can.
Uh, Lasara. Alright, I'll put it in the chat. Oh, come on. Let me.
Okay, okay, okay. Mary
Uh-oh.
privately rolled some dice.
Uh-oh.
Did I do
Sorry,
it?
I
Oh,
just wanted to double check that I had new colors.
there we go.
Can I copy that? Oh, I can copy that. Cool. All right, so it's gonna go here. All right, will this
When does he
change
pop in?
finally? Actually, yeah, the double door is open. He walks in with a contingent of elves,
Oh,
and
sweet.
let's see, make sure that save took. I think it did. So yeah, here he is. Beep. He sees you. He's announced, of course, and he walks in with some elves, and you probably recognize a couple of the elves he walks with. Some of them are mages, a couple of them are mages, a couple of them are clerics, and he kind of points to you, Castiel, and he like waves. He's like, hey, hey.
Hello, my friend.
And he approaches the king. He gives a bow and essentially says, "I have been sent by King Siren to lend aid however we can."
Nice.
Says, okay. So King's like, okay, okay. So things are coming together. So we're not totally helpless here. We can kind of there's a stand that we can make. Um, then he looks to you guys. Now, if it wouldn't be too much of a putting on you to ask a favor, would you mind seeing if Queen Peleus is okay with taking in the residents of Fazil? She don't have to supply. She don't have to care for them or anything. They'll care for themselves, but we just want to get them out of that town for now.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see a
absolutely. I can
problem.
tell her that we're evacuating them and they're temporarily holding on their way to somebody else. I mean, we have no problem lying to her.
Okay, that works too.
You know, like the relative that you're like, oh, hey, I'm just going to stay for a week. And then 2 months later, you're like, are you ever going to leave my couch?
I can't. I'm stuck to it.
Mary, I can't do all that talking. Not
Sure, you can.
good at lying.
It's all right. I'll make it up for both of us.
Thanks. I'll pull my weight, but I don't know if I can do that. That seems pretty heavy.
We all need a meat shield.
Yeah, guess I'm just demoted to demoted to me shield.
Well, you're also our tactical leader. I'm our social leader.
Now that sounds good.
Castiel is our spiritual leader.
That's so true. That all makes sense.
Because I have the moral compass of a toddler.
I mean, yeah.
It's okay. It's
Compared to
true.
my
You
moral
can say it.
compass, maybe. My moral compass is all over the place.
Well, he says, stay here, rest up. Anything you need, you got. Restock on rations and such. Um, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go deal with these nobles. I'm gonna let them know I have a plan, and hopefully I can shut them up for a while.
Don't insinuate anything too drastic. There may be moles or ways to disseminate information to Niladale.
Good point. Okay, good point. Yeah. All right.
It may be a good opportunity to see if you have any leaks. Do the old high school bullshit where you pull all your friends aside one by one and you tell them each a slightly different lie and you see which one gets out?
Okay. Okay. That's a good idea. Okay. I'm gonna think of some. I'm gonna think of some lies I could tell.
Don't bury your. Don't, sorry, I'm gonna. Sorry, continue.
Well,
Moral compass of a toddler. What did I say?
all right. So him and the elf guy Noble is gonna they leave together, but not before he gives you a hearty handshake. Castillo says we need to hang out before you leave.
Oh, definitely.
All right. And then he leaves to go talk with the king about planning and such. Now, as the rest of the day passes, comes into night, are we doing anything specific as we rest? And if you need to, you can take a long rest. I'm not sure if you need to, but you can if you needed to.
I'll go see if my friend wants to go drink.
Yeah, he was actually coming to look for y'all.
All of us?
Well, him specifically, but yeah. So yeah, you two have a good time drinking. Let's see, does he know anything new? Just that, yeah, the king's heard of the destruction of Midton, and yeah, he received the King Quentin. That's this human. He received his emissaries and sent us in as a response. And the king has also taken other precautions in his land as well. So I hear you're going down to Gallendale.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
I can't beat them all.
Well, that'll be interesting because she's holding the king's. I'm not holding, but providing sanctuary to the king's sister, King Siren. I mean,
Hmm.
remember the whole poison thing, and her running in the coup, and yeah, she's down there.
By
As
any chance, do you know anything about a giant worm?
why I've heard I've heard the name Remharaz, and yeah, I know they're out there, uh, you know, usually in the wild. Is that what took out Midton?
We.
We're not sure.
Oof, we're gonna need a big. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Um, no one got that reference.
I did, but
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
All right. Um, so yeah, y'all drink the rest of the night, and he goes off to his quarters and confers with his elf officers and such, and starts making plans. And then the sun rises. Y'all are rested, fed, and ready to go.
Real quick,
So,
Yeah.
before we leave,
Hmm.
I the before we leave at the end of the night, I want to after the Lesothalara is pretty drunk. I want to see if I can get any angles on the sister.
Angles on the sister. Okay.
Yeah, like does she have any, she's afraid of mailboxes. She she really likes a specific flower. She doesn't like it when people, I don't know, wear their hair down.
He says, honestly, I don't. I didn't know her that well. I wasn't. I didn't really talk to her or interact with her that much. So I'm sorry. I don't have anything to offer you there.
Worth a try.
But other than what you already know, sneaky poison using assassin wannabe or usurper wannabe. Apparently, she was successful with the assassination, but she failed in her usurpation. He starts slurring his words. Usurpation.
a herbalist said that I used to do that when I was a kid, like slur and stutter my words. He's called it dyslexia or something.
And he holds up his glass. Or maybe I'm just drunk.
Oh yeah, that's
Let's see. Who knows? We'll never have an answer.
All right, so the night passes then. Morning here, we're gearing up, or anything else?
quick kind of suspicious observation. Castiel said big worm, and he responded with the exact name of it. Either he's knowledgeable or he knows something.
Well, like Mary said, it's not rare. It's not common, but
It's
it's
not
not
so
rare.
common.
Yeah,
It's just uncommon. That's why I'm kind of like, meh.
it's no monster.
Oh, just wanted to point out the observation.
Yeah. All right. So
Um, I
yeah.
want to see in the city if I can find a mild, non-fatal poison, like just something like Ipecac or something that'll get somebody sick but not kill them.
Mm,
I'm just thinking, like, if you do that to yourself just to cause, like, just to start trouble, like, there's a poison, just to start spreading suspicion. Like, there's someone's poisoning people around here. You just
I'm
ended up
not gonna
poisoning
lie.
yourself.
Uh, if I can get it to the queen, I'm thinking about doing that. I'm gonna make sure that nobody's around before I talk about poisoning the queen. But you want to make somebody unhappy with a known poisoner.
yeah,
I
you
see.
can find some mild concoction because I see like a basic a vial of basic poison is something you would coat on your weapon, and then they have to take a con save or take extra poison damage. That remains there for a good minute. But to drink a poison, and you're not looking to do lasting damage, right? What are you trying? You're just trying to
Like a foodborne illness.
do something to make them uncomfortable for a while.
24 hours of misery and then fine.
Okay, so where was I? So yeah, you can find something like that. I would say for 25 gold,
I'll take it.
and we'll say it's a DC, a con save DC, and we'll say the DC is 12.
Okay. If I'm gonna ask whoever's giving it to me, if I give this somebody to somebody and it doesn't make them real sick, will they still know that something happened?
Probably not. I
Can
would.
you add something to it to make it so that it would? Put a little English on it.
Hey,
Put a little stink in it.
sprinkle some pepper in there. There you go. No, he's not. They're
Just a
not.
splash of
No,
salt
they're not
and a
likely to.
twinge of peppermint.
No, they're not likely to know if if it doesn't if they're not affected by it. Yeah, they're not likely to know anything's amiss.
Damn it. Oh well. Can't have everything, I suppose.
Anything else?
I'd like to see if there's a herbalist in town. I'd like to buy the ingredients to concoct myself 2 potions of fire breathing, and they are 100 gold worth of materials each.
Okay, you may purchase those and kind of work on those on the road.
Very, very epic. Yes. Alrighty, that's it for me. I just wanted to do that. Oh, also, um, sorry.
It's all right.
Let me double check my inventory before we start officially heading out of here. Okay, never mind. I have a comedic amount of oil flasks. So I'd like to buy more oil flasks.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, cool. Let me just double check PHP.
Castiel, is
That's
there anything
cautious.
you want to get before we take off? Any
Oh,
supplies you need?
me?
Yeah.
Uh, Unless I can get another diamond for 900.
You know, that's kind of a steep loss you did there.
My
I'm not
point
gonna...
was made.
I
It
I
was
don't think
made.
me and my 13 gold are going to be able to do you any good.
Wait, you only have 13 gold?
Yeah, I don't know what I spent it all on.
So surprisingly, I thought I was the brokest, but
Well, I have I've spent some of it on poison, which I may or may not use.
worst comes to worst, you can just give it to me and start just a whole scene. That'd be fucking hilarious. There's a poisoner in our midst. Who could that be?
Honestly, I might. So that's not the worst idea. If we can't put like if we go in and the queen seems to be like kind of leaning our way, but seems a little reluctant, we could sabotage the girl by getting poisoned
Quote unquote, yeah.
and then just like reacting real poorly to it.
Someone
So
poisoned me.
exactly, Queen, you have a
Oh
poisoner in your
no.
midst. Who could it possibly be who poisoned us?
Who poisoned us?
Anyway, there's a couple ideas floating around. We'll see what bubbles up.
Well, it's a good thing I could cure that.
Don't. If I
Don't.
poison somebody, I'm not gonna kill somebody. I promise. We're not in this. I promise for this very
Oh,
In case
specific
oh
we
my
get
god.
poisoned,
What's the
we can
maximum
drink it
amount
too.
of what's the maximum amount of oil flasks I can buy? Like I want to buy into their entire stock. I have 300 gold. Or sorry, I have 138 silver pieces like just ready, and a flask is one silver piece.
They
How
have
much can I walk out of a single store with?
they have 10 currently on hand.
Oh, awesome. I will buy all 10.
The
Do they
right.
have anything else abnormally flammable?
Uh, nah.
Just asking for a friend.
Yeah.
I appreciate your services. Have a good day.
It's like walking through the Home Depot checkout with cinder blocks and chain and black tarp and
Just
so
really suspicious stuff.
and lots of bleach.
So much bleach. It's not funny.
All right, so we're ready.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
okay if
ready.
you're not. Yeah, just yeah. All right. All right.
I'm just going to be making potions on our while we travel. Just
I'm
anytime
ready.
we're taking
Castile?
a moment.
Now it's not as far, so I'm not going to do like 3 whole days worth of encounters. Just going to do like some here. Let's see what happens. Let's do day 1. Okay, no one bothers you. You camping on night 1.
I make one
Uh,
potion.
yep. And they'll say day 2. Ooh, okay. What's going to happen on day 2? So they put you about, let's say, right here. Why does he keep moving away? He should be moving to you. There you go. Okay. All right. So what we got? What's going on here?
Hi, Sophia. Why are you so loud?
Who's loud?
My cat.
Oh,
Hi.
they do that.
Hi. Yeah. Oh, yes. All the attention is all yours.
Okay. So let me see. Do I already have that? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I do. Okay. So you see, as you're making your way kind of around a river bend, a pair of mammoths.
Whoa.
They're
Oh,
kind of just meandering
mammoth is that?
about. They kind of look like they're rooting about, meandering about, drinking out of the river. They don't seem to have picked up on you yet. What would y'all like to do?
I'd like to communicate with my team. Like, how much can we get out of a mammoth? Like, if we were to kill a mammoth, how much would we profit from selling its valuables? Like its tusks, maybe? I don't know.
Why don't
Yeah.
we use it as a steed?
Oh, yeah, well, we're thinking two different things. Oh.
Er?
Well, you said three, so you keep one as a steed, and
That sounds rough though.
That probably wouldn't be too much of an inconvenience to get around them if you wanted to. They don't seem to be taking much interest in you.
Honestly, they're not really bothering us.
Just exploring the opportunity at hand. I'm fine with walking around. I just, don't want to regret it.
Well, as you're making your way around, yeah, it looks like a male female pair. Female is like in the river, and like the male kind of looks up at you, and you see it giving you eyes. Doing anything? It's like it kind of like rears its its trunk up some to like a warning gesture.
God, I wish Papa was here. He'd probably convince us to kill one so we can fucking cook it.
That would be a lot of meat.
Okay. I miss his cooking so bad.
This thing has a lot of hit points. That's a lot of meat.
It'd be all worth it though. No, I can't. I can't. I resist. I resist the urge.
All right, yeah, he kind of like stomps his feet, stomps his one of his foot, his like front foot a little as you make your way by, and yeah, they don't.
Shut up.
But yeah, as long as you keep your distance and don't go aggressive on him, he just kind of he lets you walk by. All
Giving him a stink eye. I've got irrational beef with this, this fucking mammoth.
right, all right. Let me check something here real quick before we keep going.
Ooh.
Okay. All right, let me make a quick setup here.
I don't know where this is going.
Okay. What do you mean where it's going? Just setting something up.
I would like the record to show we left the mammoths alone.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
No, no,
stink eye though. But the stink
no,
eye.
no. You've well past them. It's like it's getting late. Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you've well past them. Now, 1 second. Where's everyone? Here we are, players. All right, so I'm gonna put August here. I'm gonna put Castiel here. I'm gonna put Mary here. I'm gonna put your pseudo Prancer. Where's your dragon?
I'd like the party to know that I'm quite literally a bomb. If my backpack catches on fire, everything's catching on fire.
Noted.
Secret weapon self-destruct sequence August.
Yeah, you know how like ninjas or like people of stealth, I guess you can say, would just like throw a smoke bomb down. I'm just gonna throw like one of my improvised fire bombs down, and I'm just gonna go up in a blaze of glory.
There you go.
Something like that. I don't know if it's gonna be a glorious blaze, but it's gonna be a blaze.
If it would make you feel better, I would set you on fire.
Thank you. Wait, what? Situationally, right?
It's Tuesday?
I think so. I'm not counting. Are you? Wait.
That's a situation.
All right, now you make your way into like the northern portion of these like this forest area, right? Because actually probably over here because this is where you're going, and you're now kind of like getting into the forest. The sun's starting to set, and you're starting to think about making camp until you see a pillar of smoke rising up a little further down a ways. You can choose to make camp. You can go see what that is, or you can do whatever you want. What do y'all want to do?
We should go check it out.
Yeah, why not?
Third vote.
Okay.
All right, so if we're gonna go check it out, I imagine we're wanting to be stealthy in our checking of this plume of smoke out.
About that. That's not my forte.
You
So,
hang back.
I'm hang back.
You hang back
And I
some.
try my best. I try my best.
Okay.
Try my best not to be very noticeable and loud.
So who's going to be? All right. So you're going to be approaching a clearing. So who's going to be approaching the clearing first?
I'll
Ooh,
approach first, flying in,
Okay. I'm just going to make some adjustments
kind
here.
of trying to stay in tree cover.
yeah, if we're doing stealth, I should not be the point man.
Okay. I'm just checking vision stuff real quick here. Okay. I want to make one fix here. Give me a second.
Sophia. Sophia. Sophia.
Who's Sophia?
Cats.
Oh,
See if I can do one of these here. Hey people.
that's weird.
It's I.
That was weird. My record button was. Oh, wait. Am I on now?